Man, what a holy shit. Today of all days, Trump is apparently I for somebody who knows they're innocent, knows that they'll win on appeal, has locked up the Supreme Court full of sycophants, including one that he may or may not have contributed to getting this dude's debts paid off before he became a Supreme Court justice, allegedly. He doesn't seem to be enjoying himself. I gotta say, I've been in a couple of situations where I felt that I was not getting a fair shake in court, let's say, a couple times. And, but I knew I was right, and I believed that I would prevail. And I knew I had, it would take patience. And a lot of it was about mood management. You're not going to win today, but you're definitely going to win in the end. So calm down, stay focused, and listen so that you can find your way through this mess, right? Okay. and I felt a little wound up even when I knew I would win, I would prevail. It wasn't guaranteed, obviously, but I had faith in it because I felt I had overwhelming evidence on my side and good witnesses and all that kind of shit. And there was a guy with 2 McDonald's bags bringing Trump his lunch. Oh, God. Anyways, his fraud deposition, yeah. Oh, it's amazing, brutal. I hope to see the video soon. Anyways, I mean, I've seen parts of it, but I want to see the entire thing after the. Oh yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes. So we've all been in situations. It doesn't even, even in contract negotiations where you're like, fuck, this could go either way, but I feel really good, but these people are being assholes. You get a little riled up, but you recognize, dial back your emotions, stay focused on what you're there to do, and you'll prevail. And your mood shifts. But in the case of Donald Trump, it's gotten increasingly bad. As pissed off and angry and upset as he was this morning, when if you didn't see the morning show, CSL's gonna put the clip of us covering that from this morning up as a regular clip like we do with the afternoon clips. Thank you, CSL, for doing that. Because it's kind of like a bit of the afternoon show. But I went through his arrival this morning on the morning show, and whoo, doggy, he was mad. Well, it didn't get any better, kids. I believe this is the right clip. Let me check. He had a break during the trial to come out and make it even worse for himself. The motherfucker has... God, he's got a bench trial because Alina Habba forgot to check a single box that said, I want a jury trial. Forgot to do it. It's not anybody's fault but his. He's sitting before this judge that he thinks is unfair and full of shit, blah, blah, blah. And he could have been sitting in front of a bunch of New Yorkers who he has total disdain for, but he's not, because his stupid ass show attorney, his TV attorney, his reject from Dick Wolf's casting couch, excuse me very much, has fucked up. She fucked up. She should have checked one box and said, yes, jury trial, and she didn't do it. She didn't do it. That's why he's in front of this fucking judge. That's it. I'm dead serious. They could have requested, and he hired assholes, and the assholes did what assholes do. So anyways, he's mad because this judge it's a big setup. Well, if it's a big setup, then I got news for you. Alina Habba's in on it, motherfucker. There is no other excuse. You fucked it up, Walter. Walter, don't talk while I'm doing business here, man. They're a bunch of fucking amateurs. But check this out. Hold on. I think this is him leaving. It's during the break. Yeah, she's on the other side of him, so. Ooh, he's orange. Did they give him more orange at lunch? God damn, look at the tan line right there. Look at that, right there. Shit, dude. That's rough. Does he get more orange the more angry? Is he like the orangutan version of a Hulk? He looks very happy though. He looks sorry. Can we just enjoy this shit while this is happening? I mean,
here I am like an idiot.
I mean, really.
I broke their ass.
I'm going to try and hold it together. I'm trying. This is gonna be so hard. And it's I gotta say, looking a little light on top there, Donnie. Looking like you're losing some sleep and maybe some hair. Stress will do that. Stress will make you lose your hair. I lost a lot of hair at one point in my life. I had like a little fucking thumb mark here, and my crown looked like shit. I was losing a bunch of hair. I was stressed to the fucking gills. I understand. It happens. However.
Okay, thank you, everybody. This is a disgraceful.
First of all, why are you thanking everybody? They're not there for you. They're there at you.
Situation. As I say, murders are going on as you stand here, and they're wasting everybody's time for many months on this case where banks got paid a fortune, loan money got paid money back, didn't even.
God damn, he knows this is not going well. Look at it, just the whole thing, just fucking
need their money. They built a great company.
I didn't even need their money. They got paid back. They had to. You declared 11 bankruptcies, fuckwad.
We have to go through this.
Yeah, we got to go through this. You'd think it'd be over the Taj Mahal Casino. But I guess that guy died in a helicopter crash. So
this just broke. But before I discuss that, why are we trying a case that the Appellate Division of New York State has just ruled recently that we won 80% of our case?
Well, I think the reason is because 80% of it is the lesser stuff, and 20% of it is the pay big fines, do hard time part. Your Honor, look, you brought me in here for reckless driving, attacking a police officer, murder, mutilation of a corpse, desecration of remains, which should be the same thing, but I guess the corpse is fresh. The remains are when I moved it the second time. Witness tampering, witness intimidation, which I thought was the same thing, but apparently one requires yelling. The hiding of evidence, disturbing of a burial site, which I think was this part, but this only the second one, but it's still in the state of New York, technically one of those, and an attempted murder. And then you said you're not even going to prosecute me on 8 of the things, just the murder and attempted murder. Why am I even here?
And this judge refuses to acknowledge the ruling, which is very plain for all to see. We won, as you know, it had to do with Ivanka, and it had to.
Yeah, that was the part. Ivanka didn't have to be at the trial, but Don and Eric do.
Do with other things.
Other things. Is there anything but Ivanka? I mean, isn't there there's 2 classifications in the world, Ivanka and things that are not Ivanka.
It had to do with the statute of limitations where they.
I'm guilty, but you're late.
Wanted to go back to 200 years ago, 500 years ago.
Okay, obviously we're reaching a math thing, or Trump thinks he's a vampire. Also, his hair looks like shit, worse than before. He had a hat on or something during lunch. Something's up. That's fucked up.
It was limited, very much limited, and it
limited to this millennia. Okay.
Amounted to about 80% of the case was won by us in the appellate division,
and the other 20% was just you.
And this rogue judge, a Trump hater.
Well, I mean, he's seen the evidence against you, so, maybe I wouldn't take it personally. I think he just hates criminals, and you're one of them. And
the only one that hates Trump more is his associate up there, his person that works with him.
Oh, her, yeah.
She's screaming into his ear on almost every time we ask a question.
No, there's no one next to him.
It's a disgrace. You want to know the truth? It's a disgrace.
Oh, it's a disgrace. That's true. Disgrace. He should use the word disgrace more. Yeah. I think it's having a great effect. I think a lot of people are buying it. I think he should try saying disgrace and like no one's ever seen before. He should use that phrase as well. Or just disgrace.
So this rogue judge refuses to acknowledge the fact that we won 80% of this case in the appellate division, including statute of limitations. You know, in the statute of limitations, you have a period of time. He wants to go back so far that nobody's ever even heard of such a ridiculous thing.
Well, I mean, it's nice of you to admit that you've been criming for so long that they've run, and also let's go on the record. What were the IRS whistleblowers and all the people clamoring about Hunter Biden? That they let the statute of limitations run out. Why didn't they bring this sooner? Or whatever. This motherfucker is worried that they're looking at how many lies he told to finance properties in the 90s.
So we won the case in the appellate division, and this judge refuses to acknowledge the appellate division, meaning...
Well, he's not dealing with the parts that were in the appellate division.
He's got contempt for his own court system.
Okay, somebody just told Trump over lunch that he's got to watch himself or he'll be found in contempt of court.
Nobody's ever seen that before, where he refuses to even talk about it or acknowledge it. And the attorney generals are...
Turn your radio off, dude. What do you think, police stuff is important?
She's a corrupt person. A terrible person.
Terrible, corrupt person. Terrible. She wants to look at everything I've done. She's terrible. Oh, it's outrageous.
Driving people out of New York.
Well, you left of your own free will, fuckwad. I mean, she's only driving out the criminals, I think. That's kind of the point. It's kind of her job, actually. What you want to do is make an example of the most egregious orange-faced dickhead versions of crimey crimers, and the other crimey crimers will go, this isn't the town to do the crimey criming in. Let's move to, I don't know, Miami.
Number one. That's number one. Number two, it just came out a few minutes ago.
What just came out? This part of the orange makeup that you just blew off, putting this, like, seriously. Anybody in the chat room? Hold on one second. Chat room, hi. Hi, I love you guys. You're wonderful. Don't forget to like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, Venmo, support the show, patreon.com. Patreon people, thank you so much. By the way, those who joined for my birthday and did the year-long one, thank you so much. I noticed and I appreciate it. Quick question. Anybody grow up in a redneck-like area where for a period of time the girls would have that hard makeup line? Know what I'm talking about? White neck, but like real hard, like contour line on the jaw, and the makeup was like schmack. It was like once, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, it's kind of the teenage or young adult version of the makeup they put on like the John Benet Ramsey kids. The little kids, little girls who were in the weird little beauty pageants, which is fucked up and wrong and terrible and gross and sick and odd, and I don't like it. It's my own personal opinion. But it's like they grow up and they still have that schmack. You know what I'm talking about? That thing. And a lot of times they'll have the ear line will start like ahead of the jaw because they can't, they don't have the peripheral vision to get to there, and you don't want to get any on your neck because then you have to do your whole neck. So, all right. Now, why did I bring that up? Well, I bring it up because it looks like he just slammed his face in a fucking pumpkin pie. That's why.
We're Palm Beach County. The people that do this agree with us 100%, and they say...
Yeah, the Palm Beach County. Oh, yeah, you mean the same people who gave Jeffrey Epstein a key to the fucking jail and let yourself out, Jeff. Promise to show up on the weekends. Of course Palm Beach County would let you get away with shit. They let Jeffrey Epstein have a key to the jail. What? Why is that a standard?
The judge is wrong. The judge is wrong in his ruling.
Well, a lot of people think that. So you're going to make an appeal, and the appellate court will either uphold what he's doing or kick it to the curb. So I don't know why you're mad. Just say he's going to lose on appeal. Look, we think he's making the wrong rulings, and I believe in my company. We did great stuff. I feel like he maybe feels pressured by the people above him who are going after me. So I mean, this is a huge waste of time and money, and it's difficult. But I think we'll win on appeal. And when I show everybody, I think I'll be even more popular. And if you're not scared of having committed horrible, horrible crimes, or aware that you did something wrong and going, I'm going to make restitution. This is not an intentional thing, but through my attorneys and my accountants, I will make restitution. Like, see how my face looks when I'm talking like this and how his face looks? See the difference? And I'm not a billionaire or alleged billionaire, right? I'm seriously. Understand that according to him, the most he could lose in this situation is that he would have to sell buildings in New York for $1 billion a piece because he thinks they're worth 10 to 50 times, 100 times more than they're actually worth, and make a huge profit because he was smart all this time, and just fuck New York and whatever, and then or get fined in the process. I don't know, depends on what you think his actual net worth is, but 1/8 of his cash on hand, 600 million, right? Because he's got 9 billion plus 10, maybe 12, maybe 14. Every time he says it, it gets bigger. He could, you know what he should do? If I was him, I would license my brand out and try to put it on stuff to make money, like Trump water and Trump steaks and oh fuck. All right, well. So much for that plan.
He valued Mar-a-Lago at $18 million.
And you valued it at 26.
And it's worth $1 billion, maybe $1.5 billion.
No, it is not. You do not live in $1 billion to $1.5 billion fucking rental property event space, you fucking lunatic. Jesus Christ. The Luxor isn't worth $1.5 billion. The fuck is wrong with you? Jesus Christ. $1.5 billion. Shut up. Okay, shut up. At least do the 400 million one. Like, go, it's a very prestige property now because I live there. Whatever, blah, blah, $1 billion. Get the fuck out of here.
And you saw where various properties that we have that are valued in the financial statements, which is totally subject to the clause that you've all been hearing about doing buyer beware, as they call it.
Right. Look, if you buy Mar-a-Lago for $1.5 billion and have a bit of trouble and need to sell it, you're probably not going to get that for it. Just saying. You're probably going to get somewhere in the area of $16 million for it. That's if you burn the place down. The land might be worth more if you get rid of the building.
But this just came out. Error in New York civil fraud case against Trump is flagged by industry insiders who say valuation of Mar-a-Lago cited by judge is based on a misunderstanding of basic real estate practice. So this
look at her, Elena Haba. Yeah, basically, it's worth less than what we tell than what we could sell it for, and more than what we tell the tax person it's worth.
Saying the judge has misunderstood basic real estate practice. I say they're wrong about that. He didn't.
He didn't mistake. He just read what the actual tax evaluation of it was, and forgot to add the brand value on top of it for some fucking Saudi lunatic that would want to buy it for here's okay. Stop. Anyone who would purchase Mar-a-Lago for $1.5 billion would only be trying to manipulate Trump, thinking he's going to be president, and eventually, or in the future when he is president again, in this theory, that buy that property for $1.5 billion for a favor he either does for them while he's in office or did for them while he was in office if they buy it afterwards, which is exactly what they're accusing Joe Biden of doing. And Trump is basically making an ad for this shit. That's what he's basically saying. Like, Saudis, bail me the fuck out. China, bail me the fuck out. Qatar, fucking, at this point, he'd take Iranian money for that fucking place.
Misunderstand it. This is a rigged court. He's put there to do a job on Trump.
No. You see this lady with the blue jacket over your left shoulder? Yeah, it's her fucking fault that the judge is in charge of this. You could have had a jury. She fucked up. You're a dum-dum. He didn't even want to do this.
Now, this comes from highly respected officials.
Highly respected officials in the Wall Street Journal. Highly respected officials like this. All these people are highly respected, and they said what I wanted them to say. Jesus Christ.
In Palm Beach County.
In Palm Beach County. All right. Well, they're highly respected in Palm Beach County. Again, the county that gave Jeffrey Epstein a key to the jail. Fuck off. Also, if you're talking about people there, what they're complaining about is this is devaluing the real estate around them. If this motherfucker creates the illusion that one day Mar-a-Lago will sell for $500 million or $1 billion or $1.5 billion, what are the properties around that then worth? 20, 50, 30 when they're really worth 3 or less? So of course these fuckers want an inflated bullshit. Good Lord.
Also, apparent mistake by Judge Angerin.
Angerin.
Surface.
He's angering Trump, that's right.
This is in the use of a Palm Beach County appraisal of Mar-a-Lago that an expert says is detached from the true value of the property. Now, I don't know the people that we're talking about in Palm Beach County, but they saw this egregious trial, this horrible.
Oh, they had to rush to a thing and have this egregious thing written in the egregious.
Horrible trial going on.
Oh, they were watching it and they were so upset that the lowering, if people recognized how shitty your property was, it would lower the value of their property. So they're trying to manipulate the market.
While at the same time, people are being murdered right outside of the streets.
No, technically. So basically what you're saying is these police officers, if somebody was being murdered right outside the courthouse, they wouldn't do shit. Way to back the blue, fucko.
And nothing happens to those people that do the murdering.
Do the murdering. Nothing happens to those murderers. Do the murdering. That's right. Charles, yes. I'm sorry, gents, get round. Now, someone has to die. You understand? There's a trial next week, and we've got to get rid of one of the witnesses. We can't have 4 of them speaking. So, now, show of hands, who would like to do the murdering? Who would like to do some of the murdering that we have? If we have to go have some murdering. And where'd you put the gun?
In his sock drawer.
Ah, yes, in his sock drawer. You take the gun and go do the murdering. And then you will, of course, take a plane ticket and fly very far away. And whenever you are driving to the airport, you drive over the Potomac and you toss the gun in the water after you're done doing the murdering. Yes, and yes, absolutely.
They go after Trump. So this was just released by Palm Beach County.
The whole county got together.
That the judge in this case is wrong.
Oh, well, shit. If Palm Beach County says it.
And by the way, he's talking about them.
Okay.
So they're explaining to him that he's wrong. Here's another one just came out. New York v. Trump could set precedent for the use of New York's overweening executive law. One doesn't have to be a lawyer to see the danger to anyone doing business in the Empire State. Anybody that does business in New York State is crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have to worry about it. There's not a lot of business people in New York, really. What? Where's Wall Street again? I forget.
When you have a
It's in Jersey, isn't it? Isn't it over yeah.
radical left attorney general like Letitia James, who's a disgrace to our country.
Is she a disgrace, though? Did he say she's a disgrace? Is anybody keeping track? If you have a drinking game for the word disgrace, I would find an AA meeting. I know you don't think you have a problem, but you will.
Who got elected on the fact that she's going to take down President Trump. We're going to...
What the doo-doo? Man. Yeah, so apparently the plurality of voters agrees with her. She ran on getting you, and everybody went, finally.
Take him down. She knew nothing about me.
Everybody knew. What are you talking about? You can't say you're the most famous face and name in the world and blah, 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 and then go, she knew nothing about you. She rolled in there with everybody going, you got to get Trump, this fucking dude. I mean, Jesus Christ, have you seen his shit?
But she got elected on that basis.
I guess so. All she had to do was say that, and everybody else knew you, and they were on board. Why did she get elected? All right.
And we have
other things, and we other things. Hold on one second. I'm going to fix something. There we go.
Others likewise. Take a look at what's going on in Georgia.
Yeah, that's different. That's not, it's completely unrelated. Yeah, there's no tie-in there at all. Give me one second. We gotta get this in here, and then go to here, go to there, Excellent. Okay. Cool. So, what? Sorry, you were saying?
Take a look at Jack Smith. Take a look at these people. This is called election interference, and worse than that, really much.
Yeah, it's called fucking potato. It's called poo-poo head and farty pants. It's called nasty man that do the boat of doo-doo. I don't like it. Mama, that's not right. Don't mean on me, and now I'm gonna like it. And the mean lady make me go, and I'm gonna get emotional because my diaper full.
Much worse than that. And you don't get much worse than election interference, especially.
No, it's right. Murder, not as bad as the election interference. Take some, like, it's like someone took candy away from me. Also bad. I don't like it. But the big stupid pants are stupid. I don't like it.
We're talking presidential election.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, run for comptroller. My uncle ran be comptroller. He was gonna be comptroller. And that means he just counts all the comps. Like, you get free beverage on your Southwest flight? That's 1. Free peanuts? That's 2. Free tickets to the game? For 2. Hold on one second. That's my rattle and don't look back. Oh, yeah. He's very upset.
2024. So, this judge should change his ruling.
And he should change his britches.
Because Palm Beach County said he was totally wrong.
Well, that's what I do. I remember when Palm Beach County said I was totally wrong, but I was like, that's my dog.
And he was ruling based on them.
So they thought they were wrong about what they said, and they ruled on what they said, and he did what he said they said, not what they said he should say about what they said. Boo! Yes, I understand the look on your face right now. That is, I don't know if I said what I meant to say. I know the feeling.
He ruled we didn't even have a chance to testify. I got a call last week. Sir, we lost part of the case. I said,
what? Oh no. Where is it? Maybe it's in, I I always look in the toy cabinet because everything gets thrown in there when company comes over.
The trial didn't even start. You know, the trial starts, I guess, today.
You guess? I don't know. You're the one been sitting there all day. I've been over here having a juice box.
He ruled that we lost a big part of the case because he's a Democrat club politician.
They have a club? Is that where the sandwich comes from? I can't eat a club sandwich to scrape the roof of my mouth.
He's a Democrat operative, and he's
Oh, that's terrible. Does he do stitches? Right. This
a disgrace to people that call themselves judges.
But not to Democrats? Okay.
And I hope my lawyers go in, and I hope they fight him very hard.
They're right behind you. Maybe they've been... Hey, fuckhead. She's right there. You hope?
Because this guy's getting away with murder.
He's getting away with murder. And it's all Elena Haba's fault. He could have been sitting through a trial that lasted a couple weeks and have no fucking idea who was on his side or what was being said or any of that shit. And here he is in front. Oh, this is so good.
And his clerk should not be allowed to be in his ear on every single question. You take
his clerk. He's being puppeted by the clerk. She's a club clerk. She's from the Ku Klux Klan, and she's racist against orange people. The clerk? The clerk? Maybe she's his dipshit translator. Maybe she has to be there. Maybe he literally goes, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, he's talking, that's something he says at all his, I go to all of his, it turned out the clerk's big maggot. It's just like, I go to all his rallies. I love them. They're great. There's so much, I like dad bods and fat ass. And so I gotta pick up some people around. I don't really, I've heard him enough times. I know. When he says that, he's talking about the VA Choice Act. He didn't even sign that. No, that was Obama. But he says he signed it. He's off by like 4 fucking years. But okay, yeah, that's the clerk. She's just whispering, like, yeah, that's Elena Haba. I mean, nobody knows why she was hired. Nobody can tell. Nobody gets it.
Take a look at what's happening with her. She hates Trump more than he does.
The clerk? Jesus Christ! What? Fuck does the clerk have to do with this? You like the Ku Klux Klan? I thought that was fun.
So that's where it is.
You know, and that's where we find ourselves. At the end of a pitchfork.
We have 80% of this trial has been won. In June, they came down, the end of June, with a decision. Very powerful decision. And
hey, asshole. In the other 20%, you have like 15 fucking charges. That's not to brag about. It means you got close to 100 like charges in this one indictment that outnumbered all the rest entirely.
It said on statute of limitations and just about everything else.
Hey, message real quick to Jesse Waters and everybody at the 5. I don't want to hear any shit about Hunter Biden's statute of limitations. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear you bitching about the statute of limitations ran out and they're not going after him because you're mad that they're going beyond what you believe the statute of limitations on some of this shit is. The problem is, what he doesn't realize is that when you commit a crime, there's a period of time, a financial crime, where if it reaches this line, you can't do anything about it. But if midway through, you reconspire to double down on that lie, that you refile on the same papers and over and over and over again, the crime didn't start when the criming started. if you keep if it's a continuing criminal enterprise, you can be charged anywhere along the tracks of this particular crime. If you just if it only happened once, they can't. You can run out of time, fuckhead. But you keep conspiring to hide shit.
Did you say approximately 8?
I would say approximately bald spot right there. I would say that the strip is still there. Also, this little like long stretch that was over the front that he'd doing the comb over. If you noticed it, it's been listing to port a little. Yeah, that's really fascinating. Hold on. Dare I? Let's see. Trying to drag this shit out. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's baldness that goes all the way down to here. Yeah, that's right there. That's base of the crown right there. And then it's a big strip like a pony. It's like he's got a ponytail over this side. This part that was supposed to, this part covers this. Okay? This is normally how it's supposed to work. He picks this piece up and he pushes it all the way over here. And then this wave covers the back of his head. This is how he normally does his hair. And what's happened is he got a little upset or something was going on, or he moved his head and he didn't check it again. And this part slipped to the side and has kind of collected because of all the extra hairspray, because he was nervous about it or whatever, and pushed it to the side and has pulled this over. Right there. Yeah. Has pulled yeah. So he's too mad to do his hair. That's I would just say either face forward and don't turn around, or make sure you got somebody, in charge of the back. That's what I would say. That's what Russell Brand does. Russell Brand always faces forward and has somebody in charge of the back. And then he also has somebody with a pick. You ever seen Russell Brand's hairdo when he does the back of his head? It's all fluffed up. He used to wear it like a big pompadour in the back. That's what man buns are. Man buns are a way to cover your bald spot. Not, not speaking out of school.
8% of the trial? Attorneys, is that right?
Attorneys, is that right? See, this is the part that I was talking about? See this little, everybody's gone surfing USA. So the clamshell had a little too much weight, and yeah, right? And then it's the loop wave, and then this part's wet, so I don't know if he was just eating a fish delight and just went like that. And I'm a little frizzy today, I understand, but I was busy. When you're busy, you get frizzy. Ladies, you understand.
Approximately 80% of the trials won.
Okay, so 20% is going to send you to jail for a long time and cost you $600 million. And?
He refuses to acknowledge his own appellate division.
Why? You're only trying it over the 20% that's in front of you.
And I think it's a disgrace to our country.
Why? Honest to God, you think any of us would give a rat fuck if this was anybody else? Why is it a disgrace to this fucking country? This is Jesus Christ. Do you think we were mad when Maddow went? What's his name? Maddow. Listen to me. Who's the fucking dude? Yes, outrageous. Madoff. That's what it was. Bernie Madoff, right? Thank you. When Bernie Madoff got busted, we knew about it, and it's fuck that dude, but we didn't get upset. We go, oh, this poor country.
And somebody has to fight, because if you don't fight,
I want you to walk down to the courthouse peacefully and patriotically. But if you don't fight once you get to the courthouse, we're not going to have a country left. Sound familiar?
The country's just going to go down the tubes. This is election interference. This guy's a highly partisan person, and we can't. You do realize being pissed is not grounds for an appeal. Let this stuff happen. So you should ask yourselves.
You should be asking yourselves why my diaper is full.
Professionals, I have a lot of respect for you. Not all of you, but a lot of you. Why is it that he didn't honor the decision of the appellate? And by the way, I believe it was a unanimous decision, right? It's a 5-0 decision, unanimous decision. And he said, I'm not going to honor it. Let's go to trial. It's a judge that should be disbarred. This is a judge.
I just have to say, this is the worst gangster movie I have ever seen. If you want to come after me for, you know, not for killing somebody, not spitting on the sidewalk.
That should be out of office. This is a judge that some people say could be charged criminally for what he's
Yeah, some people. What? You and also
doing.
you.
He's interfering with an election, and it's a disgrace.
Well, no, he never would have actually been a part of this if your dumbass attorney hadn't checked the box that you want a jury trial. But then, of course, you'd be accusing 12 to 16 members of the New York public of election interference, and then your nutty fucking maggot followers would have more targets to harass and murder.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Trump, why do you want to be here in person today?
Because I want to watch this witch hunt myself. I've been going through a witch hunt for years, but this is really now getting dirty between Jack Smith and between all of these DOJ people.
Yeah, he's in court because he wants to be. Not because, and by the way, he's here to do this. This is what he's here for. So that in between the breaks, he can talk, he can use the public, the bully pulpit that he has as a public figure to try and harass the judge and the judicial system. That's why he's here. Because if he didn't fucking show up, his attorneys are so fucking stupid. The thing would be over in an hour. The prosecution wouldn't even need to fucking call witnesses.
Helping them along. This is a pure witch hunt for purposes of interfering with the elections of the United States of America. It's totally illegal. This judge should be disbarred. He shouldn't be allowed to be a judge. Thank you.
For the record, anybody else enjoyed the total lack of applause and the sunken, lowered head walkout? The whole like, what a prick! Oh, it's so good. Somebody let me know if he has, because are they done for the day? Did they finish today? Because I have to like. That was when, I don't know if that was the end of the day or, because he's got to come back fucking tomorrow, I guess. Oh, God. By the way, I love you guys, and I'm so glad you're here for this with me. Now, I said before, and I want you guys to know this, that got here, look, hold on, we'll go back to here. Listen to me, goddammit. When I told you that if you're going to go after Trump, you have to destroy the myth before you destroy the man. If you go after him, without taking him down several notches and eliminating this myth that he's actually a billionaire and that he actually built a business and any of that shit, then you're going to have his people attacking you, and they're going to attack each other, and they're going to attack judges, and they're going to attack reporters and stuff. You want these people to recognize, holy shit, I was a mark. I fell for it. I'm fucking stupid. I'm not going to follow this guy anymore. I'll go find another savior. And then you can put him in jail for the other shit that he did. But if you try to do the jail first without getting rid of the myth that he's actually a successful businessman, that's when you get the lunatics. So Merrick Garland has been doing a great job. This is exactly the timescape it should take. And I wanted to say that. Also, Cenk Uygur's not running for president and he can't. That's just stupid. Rants over. Now, where was I? You like the rant graphic? I've been wanting to use that.